talk a little bit about how keeping it real actually makes parenting easier and less stressful. Instead of feeling like you have to be some magically perfect parent, you actually can embrace the fact that you're gloriously imperfect. Think about it. By being that gloriously imperfect person, you're giving your children a role model of someone who isn't perfect, who is doing their best to get through the hard act of being a human in this moment, and you're preparing them for a gloriously imperfect world. There are also some additional benefits to being authentic, and by being authentic, I mean you're minimizing the gap between your behavior and all your thoughts, feelings, values, just so that way they're more in sync. Well, first of all, it's a lot less work to just be your real self. And also, if you think about that, like the emotional cognitive load that happens when you have to consciously play the role of the happy, perfect parent, that's exhausting. And all the energy you put into playing that part is energy you could otherwise invest in parenting. So by being more authentic, you actually become a more patient person. And there's an added bonus. When you are being your real self, there's less of a distance between you and other people. Even children pick up on the fact when a parent is just playing the part of the happy parent as opposed to actually feeling those emotions. So by being your real self, you actually make it easier for your child to connect with you. They're not puzzled by the gap between your behavior and what you're actually thinking and feeling, because children will pick up on some of those inconsistencies. So I think that one way to do this is to just know about how you can make that shift. And if we think about the difference between playing the part of the happy parent and being the person who is actually that happy parent, it really comes down to switching from what is known as surface acting or playing a role to deep acting, which is when you actually embody those thoughts and emotions. And so sometimes it's just a case of shifting your mindset, thinking of a situation that might be frustrating and annoying in a different way so that you can actually respond in a way you want to. Let's say, for example, that your child has decided to use the pandemic as an opportunity to build their recorder playing skills. You might not be feeling totally grateful about sharing a home with somebody who wants to practice the recorder for 2 hours a day. But you could say to yourself, instead of, this is incredibly annoying, help, I'm going to run away from home, you could switch your thinking to, wow, my child is so dedicated and so persistent. Look at them working so hard to master the skill. And that will allow you to embrace the recorder playing as opposed to rejecting and avoiding the recorder playing. And you won't have to play the role. You won't have a fake smile plastered on your face. You'll actually be saying to yourself, wow, the gift of a persistent kid. Or at least that's in theory. I hope there were some helpful thoughts in there about reducing the stress of parenting by keeping it real.